Kanye West is the second coming of Jesus. There, I said it, goddammit. I said it. Kanye West is the second coming of Jesus. So, Kanye West has been coming under a lot of criticism by the media as of late. Now, let me just put a disclaimer out there, okay, before you guys start to attack me too. I'm not a Kanye West fan. I actually only know one of his songs. She take my money while I'm in need. The Gold Digger, right? But I've never listened to any of his other songs. And if he randomly popped up in the radio, probably, I wouldn't even be able to tell you it's Kanye West. So I barely know anything about the guy as far as his music, and I really don't have an opinion. I really don't have an opinion on his music, on his talent, but I do have an opinion on the message that he's spreading as of late, and the heavy fire and heavy criticism that he's been coming under as of late in regards to his latest interview, TMZ interview, and his latest tweets and alleged support for Donald Trump. So I do have an opinion on that, and I mean, he's a very influential person. He's got like 30 million Twitter followers, right? He's Kanye West. Everybody knows who Kanye West is. And so I dug through his tweets, and I listened to his interview on TMZ, I believe, right? That's what it's called. And I listened to the full interview. Didn't just take it out of context like most people did, because they took his slavery comment and completely blew it out of proportions. And, people are getting pissed off, man. People are getting pissed off. Let me just decline this phone call. So let's read his tweets, okay? Let's actually read his tweets and see what this guy's saying. So, the tweet about Trump. You don't have to agree with Trump, but the mob can't make me not love him. We are both dragon energy. He's my brother. I love everyone. I don't agree with everything anyone does. That's what makes us individuals. And we have the right to independent thought. Another tweet. If your friend jumps off the bridge, you don't have to do the same. Ye being ye is a fight for you to be you. For people in my life, the idea of Trump is pretty much a 50-50 split. But I don't tell a Hillary supporter not to support Hillary. I love Hillary too. I love when people have their own ideas. You don't have to be allowed anymore. Just be. Love who you want to love. That's free thought. I'm not even political. I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. Let's read a few more. And also, I'm all the way out the sunken place, and I'm not scared anymore. I'm not scared of the media, I'm not scared of the past, and I'm optimistic about the future. This tweet is in love, not fear. With love, I am invincible. Truth is subjective, but love is the most powerful force in the world, and the world needs to express more of it. I said express love more because we have love, but we don't express it. My friend T. Mills will always say, I love you, and it used to make me feel weird to hear that. Now I tell everyone I love them. He sparked me to start expressing love more. So, those are his tweets, and I'll tell you, that's the second coming of Jesus Christ right there. So, I listened to his TMZ interview, right? The full length. It's on YouTube, you can find it. And his comment, his remark about slavery being a choice, first of all, was completely taken out of context. Completely. He was talking about mental slavery, but people completely shrugged that off. And what he was talking about is victimhood. He was talking about victim mentality. that when you act as the victim, you essentially enslave yourself in a prison. You see? You enslave yourself in a prison, in a mental prison. It's just like acting like a victim because you had such a terrible childhood. If you're acting if you're victimizing yourself and being angry with your dad, being angry with your mom, being angry with your past, being angry with your circumstances, you are a prison to the past. You are a prison to a memory. You're a prisoner. You're in prison. Your prison is the past. Your prison is a memory. Because what is the past? A past is just a memory. It's a memory in this biocomputer that you have, the brain. Right? It's just a memory when you think about it. This is a simulation where inside a computer simulation, it runs on code. Everything's code. And your brain, it stores information, stores memories. Memories are information streams. So by being as a child, right, constantly living in victimhood because of your past, you're a prisoner to your past. You're a prisoner to your childhood memories. Whereas coming here to the present, that's where liberation is. That's where freedom is, right? And that's where love is. Love is in the present moment. You see? So that's what he was conveying in the interview. If you watch the interview, that's, you know, people literally took that one line where he said slavery is a choice. The 400 years slavery, and boom, all hell broke loose. All hell broke loose. Yeah, he watched the interview. He was talking about mental slavery. He was talking about victimhood. Being victimized, living in victim mentality. And you know something, in any time in history, in any time, you know, slavery has been going around, unfortunately, in human history for quite some time now, thousands of years. Anytime a group of individuals who were enslaved gained freedom from slavery, it's because they realized we no longer have to be stuck in the past. We're here in the present. We are free. And then they all rose together in the present moment and freed themselves. So, I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Go watch the interview. Now, the tweets that I read, his support, you know, he says, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican. He doesn't agree with Trump, with everything. So he's not a Trump supporter. But what he's saying is he loves Trump. He loves Hillary. He said, I don't agree with Hillary, but I love Hillary too. So I'm going to bring you back to Jesus here, right? Now, of course, you guys know I'm kind of joking around when I say Kanye is the second coming of Jesus, but hear me out here. He might actually be our hope to spread the Christ consciousness into the mainstream. I mean, he's as mainstream as it gets, and he's married to Kim Kardashian. So if the powers of these two mainstream figures can be combined to spread the Christ consciousness, wow, that would be incredible in the mainstream, right? So let's bring it back to Jesus here. If you think when Jesus was being crucified, if you think Jesus was looking at the people who were crucifying him, if you think Jesus harbored any shred of negative thought towards the people that are crucifying him, you would be out of your mind. Because Jesus would be looking at his crucifiers with deep love and deep compassion, understanding their predicament, understanding their incarnation, understanding why they're doing what they're doing, you know, and just loving the real person, the awareness behind the act, which is the act of crucifying and killing. Jesus is looking with compassion, deeply looking in the eyes of the people who are crucifying him, with deep compassion, right? Wow, this person is killing because they need love. And he loves them. He loves them in that present moment. He loves them. Right? Just, you know, don't hate the player, hate the game. Hate the sin, love the sinner. That's what it is. Hate the sin, love the sinner. Hate the sin, love the sinner. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what Kanye is doing with his support or his love. Showing love to Trump, showing love to Hillary, showing love to everyone. in the interview, in the interview that he had, one of the guys, he's black, one of the guys got pissed at him, you know, after the interview, that works in that whatever, that news outlet or whatever it is, right? He got so pissed at Kanye. You know, he's like, what, like, how can you be so bad to your people, etc. Kanye like got up and he said, forgive me, brother, like, I love you, I'm sorry if I hurt you, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. And that's kind of what Jesus would do. All right. So yes, I'm joking around when I say Kanye is the second coming of Jesus, but what I'm trying to say is he's spreading the Christ consciousness, the oneness, the universal love to the mainstream, and he's doing it in action. He's walking the walk. He's walking the walk. And that's incredible. I have to salute Kanye West for that. I'm not a fan of Kanye. Like I said, I know like one song. I have no interest at all in any of this. Like, I have no interest in defending him. I'm not a fanboy, right? I'm just seeing what I'm seeing, and I'm seeing someone who's spreading the Christ consciousness, the oneness, the love. Recently, I had an acid trip with one of my friends, and by the end of the trip, he said, we were talking about this, right? And we were talking about this, and we, of course, we're coming out of an acid trip, and we're feeling this universal love, and you know, we talking about Kanye and how he says he's dragon energy and he loves Trump, and we were saluting it. You know, we were saluting it, and then we said, you know, like, we were talking about Hitler, and my friend said, you know, people always say, you know, if you can go back in time and kill baby Hitler, would you kill baby Hitler? And he said, no, I would love baby Hitler, because if you loved baby Hitler, Hitler wouldn't have been the Hitler, wouldn't have been this mass criminal. If he had love. In fact, Hitler was a painter. He was an artist. I don't know if he was a painter per se, but he was an artist. He was some kind of an artist. Artists are lovers. Guarantee you, Hitler at heart was a lover. And if he had love, and if he grew up in the right environment, in the right setting, with the right parents, and he grew up in some of the worst times, right? Like World War I. Guarantee you, if Hitler had like a good upbringing, he wouldn't have been this Hitler. Hitler is sort of a representation of the darkness within humanity and what happens when there's lack of love. You see? So, yeah, if baby Hitler received love, he wouldn't have been Hitler. And, you know, if baby Trump received love, he wouldn't have been this fucking crazy maniac right now, right? But you know something? We can't be prisoners to the past. We can't be stuck in the past. We gotta be in the present. We gotta be right here, right now, in the present. And maybe if we can give love-deprived individuals like Trump love, who knows? That might, on some level, change their actions, right? I mean, they are human beings, and they are an awareness underneath it all. There is this awareness. There's this loving awareness. Everyone is made of love, including Donald Trump. And when someone as famous as Kanye West goes around giving Trump love, giving Hillary love, giving everybody love, giving the people that are pointing fingers at him love, that's inspiring. That is absolutely inspiring. I'm taking so much inspiration, and it takes courage, it takes guts, it takes balls to do what Kanye is doing, right? I salute it. I can only seek inspiration from it, right? This is not the first time where someone with a great idea is misunderstood, with a great concept, with a great message is misunderstood in history, right? And that's what I see in front of me, right? So I just wanted to bring that up. That's all I wanted to do, just bring that up. If we can keep spreading that oneness, that universal love, that Christ consciousness, come into the present moment, stop being prisoners of the past, the present moment, forgiveness, right? Forgiveness, liberation. Forgiveness can only happen in the present moment. Forgiveness is letting go of the past, letting go of the victimhood mentality, letting go of it all. And now you're liberated, now you're here, liberation. You see? Yeah, he might be our hope to spread Christ consciousness into the mainstream, right? Very unlikely. He's what I would call a very unlikely hero. You know, a very unlikely hero, but a hero he's becoming. So God bless you all, guys. I love you. I love Kanye West, and I love Trump. Yes, I fucking love Trump, and I love Hillary, and I love everyone. I love everyone. I don't have to agree with you. I can fucking, I would much rather have Trump get the fuck out of office now, because what he's doing, I don't agree with. Most of it, I don't agree with. But I love him. I love the awareness in him. I love that little inner child in him that I know if he received more love as a kid, wouldn't have turned into this fucking psychopath. But that I know if he receives love in the present moment, then maybe that can slightly change the way he is. And that's all we can do is love. God bless you all, guys. I love every single one of you. But don't forget to subscribe or you're gonna sleep with the fishes.